In the depths of the fading forest, a single tremor breaks the silence. A wounded hush drifts through the forest, carrying the echo of... The last shimmer of light collapses beneath the tightening veil of darkness. Tremors of fear flutter through the trees as the forest whispers its unseen pain.
Fog thickens like a suffocating hand, bending each tree toward a silent plea.
Her water-forged blade stirs, resonating with the last spark of the forest's spirit. In her glowing blue eyes, the forest's fragile hope flickers against the swallowing night. The forest holds its breath, awaiting the first tear in destiny's thread.
The lake stirs with a corrupted pulse, trembling like a heart on the edge of breaking.
The earth groans beneath the strain of darkness pressing deeper into its veins.
From the rift, a crew rises.
Water gathers around her like the breath of the forest, clinging to hope.
Light and shadow collide, singing a silent hymn of resistance.
The forest trembles beneath the clash, its will wavering yet unbroken.
Darkness swells, gathering strength, like a wounded beast refusing to fall.
The air tightens, carrying the weight of a fate neither side can escape.
Water surges with ancestral memory, answering the forest's call to fight.
The creature recoils, fragments of shadow scattering like shattered night.
Darkness gathers itself, forming a dense core of defiance.
Water responds with gentle fury, rising as the forest's borrowed resolve.
Water bursts into shards of light, each one carrying a fragment of memory. Roots tremble as if urging her to rise, to keep the forest breathing. The forest's warmth gathers in her chest, steadying her pulse. Hope swells like a faint heartbeat, returning from the brink.
The creature roars, a sound born from torment, not malice.
Water lifts her forward, like a wind that carries forgotten prayers. Light erupts, shaking loose the forest's first gasp of dawn. The creature reforms, shadow knitting itself back together through stubborn will. The forest watches in silence, bearing witness to its own struggle for life. Water rises beneath her feet, shaping itself into a path of fluid resilience. Wind coils around her, whispering warnings laced with memories. Her blade spins.
Darkness shields itself, clinging desperately to its last scraps of existence.
A tide of shadow unfurls, threatening to drown the forest once more.
Water shields her, blooming like a guardian born from the forest's plea. Light fractures outward, scattering the weight of despair. Radiant shards fall around her, like the forest shedding tears. Droplets descend in slow silence, echoing the land's grief. Energy gathers in her palms, pulsing with the promise of renewal. The forest leans into her rising strength, trusting the light she carries.
Darkness recoils, sensing the shift, an ancient fear stirring in its core.
Shadows churn like storming ink, refusing to fade without a final strike. Her heart steadies, aligning with the timeless rhythm of water. Water arcs around her blade, weaving a symphony older than the forest itself. Cut rings through the air, parting shadow like a hymn of purity. The forest brightens for a heartbeat, clinging to the fleeting spark of hope.
Yet darkness gathers once more, desperate and wild.
A roar cracks the silence, echoing with anguish carved through centuries. Water rises in reply, spiraling like a storm, born from grief and resolve. Her blade ignites, burning with the memory of lives the forest once sheltered. With a single breath, she steps into destiny's fracture. Light gathers at the edge of her strike, trembling like a newborn star. The forest gasps as the clash detonates in a shattering burst.
Fractured droplets sparkle through the air, like fragments of lost hope.
Darkness collapses inward, weak, cornered, trembling. It clings to its last shape, refusing to vanish into silence. Her breath steadies, carrying the weight of the forest's final plea. Water gathers at her feet, forming a spiral of unwavering resolve. She ascends like a beacon, born from the forest's last heartbeat. Destiny trembles, waiting. The creature screams. Her light erupts. Darkness shatters, splintering into 1,000 dissolving echoes. Silence settles, soft as snowfall on ancient stones. The forest exhales, reclaiming the breath it had nearly lost. Waterlight dims, melting back into the veins of the earth. Aquilin stands still, letting the quiet settle inside her bones.
Moonlit mist gathers around her like a grateful embrace.
Faint voices echo through the roots, echoes of what was nearly lost. Leaves shimmer, awakening from a dream of fear. Dew gathers on her blade, reflecting the forest's reborn spirit. Peace settles, delicate and fragile, like a promise waiting to be kept. Yet beneath the roots, something faint still stirs.
Darkness is not slain. It only sleeps.
The forest watches, wary but alive, holding on to newfound breath. Water hums quietly within her blade, a lullaby. But in that drop lies a whisper of storms to come. The forest leans closer, listening for what fate will write next.
And in the quiet after the storm, destiny waits, watching her, shaping her. And as the last ember fades beneath the earth, the forest whispers for those who wait.